Hello, my crafty friends. It's Michelle, the Southern Shell, and I'm here to share with you these beautiful shabby flowers that you can make using your scrap fabrics. This is Crafting Our Hoard. This collaboration is brought to us by Tasha from Sunflower Tasha and Joanna with Joanna's DIY Live. Links to their channels will be in my description box below, along with the playlist of the other creators joining us today.
So I had made some shabby flowers and recorded it to share with you for this collaboration. But I did a few different styles and the video was so long and I just didn't have the heart to cut them. So I'm going to show you, I will create this video and have it out there, so keep your eyes open. But I'm going to show you one simple way to make some beautiful shabby flowers. So you can use, here is just some cotton fabric. You can use cotton fabric. I have some tulle, which is great. I have some red tulle. Let's go ahead and make one out of the tulle, and I'll mix in, let's see here. I am just going to cut me a strip, and it doesn't have to be very wide. I'm thinking probably, I'm going to use the curtain. That'll be easier to cut on screen. Probably need about probably about a 3-inch strip. And so this is an old thrifted curtain. And I have a bunch of fabric, guys, a bunch of fabric remnants, and if you don't have fabric, if you have old clothes that just cannot be handed down again, or even at the thrift store, stuff that has been there a while and they just can't get rid of, or if it's stained or whatever, instead of having that go into the dump, to the landfills, use it. Cut it up. I'm going to just come in with this curtain from the thrift store, and I'm going to cut me off a strip at probably around, yep, that's right at 3 inches. And so I'm just going to go ahead and show you an easy way to make some adorable shabby flowers from your stash. Now, this is an easy way to do it. There are so many different ways to do it. Different effects you can get, the different, it's just easy. Now here, I'm just going to cut this into squares. And because it is this lace curtain, I can actually cut a few at a time. So I'm just going to lay this, fold it in half, bring it, fold it in half, fold it in half, and fold it in half. These are shabby. These do not have to be perfect. These will be very easy to make. So now I'm just going to come in and I'm going to just cut each fold in half there. So now I'm going to have several little squares of this curtain. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stack, let's start with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's put this pretty printed one on top. I mean, it doesn't matter how many you put on there. I'm going to squish that in the middle and make it look kind of like a bow. Take these little rubber bands. I got these, they were actually in a sewing kit that I had actually purchased at the Goodwill, and these are perfect. So I'm just going to take these little rubber bands and I'm going to put it right around the center there. They have these little rubber bands at Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Walmart. If you can get the clear ones when you're making these, it's probably the best. I do have some, but they're upstairs. So I just needed to kind of come in and redo this so I could hopefully get everything in the video for you. And so now I'm just going to stretch those out just a little bit, and there we have a bow. coming in with my sanding block here, my little sander, and I'm going to rough those edges up. Just easy, 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 just coming on in and sanding that curtain, giving that a nice little shabby look there. Now, another way you can do this is you can come in and just snip. So there's that little shabby. You can also come in and snip and snip and snip, 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 snip. And now when you use your sandpaper, you're going to get some real shabbiness there. Let me turn on my little hot glue gun. And so now, see on my little phrase here, now I can just open that up, all those little pieces, open them all up, boop, 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 boop. And you still have that lovely brown rubber band in the middle. That's why the clear ones are so much nicer to use if you're going to do a project like this, because you won't be able to see it in the background. So I'm going to just kind of rub that in my hand, super easy. And now I'm going to pick something to kind of go down into the center of this. Let's look at some buttons. Let's find a cute, that would be really pretty on, no, these buttons are just adorable. You can put that on down in there. Now if you use hot glue on here, you just have to be careful because it could melt that rubber band. You can come in and use your beacons, 3-in-1, your Fabri-Tac, anything like that. Let me find that bottom there. And so I can go ahead and lay that beacons 3-in-1 on there. I want that button. We could put a butterfly. I don't know. This is where it takes me forever sometimes. So I think I'm just going to stick with the button, the first thing I had picked out. You can also come on in with bling. You can come on in with stickers. Like these are adhesive back gems. That's awful bright for that, but you get the idea. And I'm just going to come in now, and then I'm going to lay that button right on in that center and push that down. And now I'm just going to continue to pull those little edges all the way around. And once that gets on there and gets dry, I can come on and finish shabbying that out and stretching those all out to where they need to be. In the meantime, while that's drying, I need something to hold that down for me. So I'm just going to come in with my clothespin here. You can use any type of clip. I'm just going to hold that down and let that dry. Now, if you don't have any little rubber bands hanging around, I have used a 1.5" circle punch, and I'm going to use this, and I'm going to just show you. You just have to take those squares, and I'm going to grab that in the center, and I'm going to pull that out. And now I'm just going to do a line, lay that on that hot glue. And this is the same squares. You can come on in. I'm going to do a line off the other side. And I'm just going to grab that center, pull it out, lay it down. And do the same thing all the way around until you get your little base here nice and full, just the way you want it. and I'm going opposite, opposite. Now because this is a curtain, I can do this because that hot glue will seep through those layers because it has all those little open mesh pieces. If you have a thicker fabric, you would want to dab a bit of glue in the center before you did that. And this is our last little square. I'm going to lay that one in between these last two pieces. Right on down in there. Now you can come in and use your little sander on here. Just going to shabby that up just a bit for you. Alrighty, and let's find something for the center of that one. Okay, so I found this little dress me up button in my stash. It's a little bare, and this is the top of the curtain where the rod would go through, and I thought that what I could do here is kind of just give a little bit more oomph in that center. And so I'm just going to twist that, lay that down, and press it down right in the center of all of that curtain. And now I can come in with my little dress me up button, and because it has a nice fluffy center, I can come in now, put that hot glue down on top, and press my little button down into the center of that flower. Now I can come in and kind of just snip those little pieces just to open them up just a little bit more. And you can come back in once again and just brush that with your sandpaper. Alright, so there is another cute little button, and it's not super thick to actually put inside a journal or on top of a journal cover, but I think that is just adorable. Now this might be just a little big coming out on those sides there. Now this is the old packaging I use just to come in and punch out my little blanks for the backs. And it's a little thick, but my little punch does just fine. It just takes a little elbow grease. So I'm going to go ahead and do this little orange one because how cute for a little orange polka dotted Easter flower. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inches. So let's do 5 by 5. Make a nice big flower here. Now this cotton will fray real good for you. You could come in with your scissors, line that up and cut at your 5 and then tear it. How much easier is that? So 2, and this already gives me a nice ragged edge there. 3, 4, and 5. And so let's go ahead and just stack these up right on top of each other. Come right on in and squish that up in that center. Rubber band that. Now, let's see if I can do it this way. Let's go ahead and come in and cut about One. Let's see if we can do them all at once. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I'm just going to come in and grab each piece and tear those. Tear it right on into that center. Boom, boom. There we go. All right. And so now I'm going to go ahead and see if I can kind of shabby that up a little bit in my hand without sanding myself. It's just going to help give a nice little shabby on this cotton fabric. All right. You open all those up, twisting them, pulling them all the way around. I am going to take that punch that I did and I am going to use my hot glue gun. And we are going to place that right on the bottom, loading that up nicely. Pressing that right down in the center. You see how precise I was? And now I'm just going to separate my fabric pieces, creating a really, really fluffy, scraggly, scrappy, shabby orange flower. Now you can come in and snip and make them smaller if you want to. Just boom, done, and you've got more. So you can do whatever you want at this point. Now I'm going to find something fun to put in the center of this bright orange shabby fabby flower. So I went through my buttons here and I found this really pretty, really big, what is that? 1.5 inches. Okay, and I thought, well, that would do good there. And then I'm like, oh, that orange one right on top, it will mimic those polka dots. I love it. I'm sticking with that. This is an average button. Look how big those are. Okay, I'm going to get those glued on down there, and I'll be back. So there you have it, guys. 3 shabby flowers using the same technique and getting 3 totally different looks for it. Guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Your time is precious, and I know it. That was my husband sneezing on the phone. Oh, goodness. So there's the one with the little bear in the middle. And here is the one with the button. And, of course, our big orange fun one. And of course, if you want to know how I've made all of these others, be on the lookout for the other video to go live showing how I created these fun ones. Guys, if you like this, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you've not already subscribed. Welcome to my channel. If you are a longtime subscriber, thank you. My turn.
God bless you.
Thank you. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for joining me on this journey. I appreciate you. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hype, all those good things, all those fun things. And as always, stay safe, God bless, and bye for now.